Yo, the Pats came on today. And you know your boy was looking forward to seeing them in the pads because this is where they get to hit. This is where you get to see the trenches go to work. And that defensive line, they didn't disappoint. Let's talk about it.
Welcome to Everything Commanders with your host, Dream Team Buddha. Hail to the Commanders.
Okay, so look, before we get into this video, if you will, do your boy a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn the bell notification on so that way I can keep you in the know with everything Commanders. Now let's get right to it. All right, before we get into this episode, of course, as you know, still no Terry McLaurin deal has been reached yet. He's been there for the past couple of days, but we still haven't got a deal done. And I've been on a little hiatus for a little bit. I had to bury my brother, had to lay him to rest. We did that this past week, and I just needed a little time to get my things together. And I'm back now, and I'm going to slowly work my way back into this situation. All right, let's get to it, man. So I got some training camp news and notes from day 5. Like I said, they put the pads on today, and I was looking forward to seeing it. And I was all over the coverage. I'm talking about Lionel Whittingham, Mitch Titchker, Nikki Jabala, John Cam. They was dropping videos, reports all day long, man. So I took some notes, man, just to let y'all know it. To all y'all that's out there in training camp, y'all make sure y'all stay cool, man, because it's very, very hot outside. I definitely didn't want to get no tickets just because of that simple fact of the heat advisory this year. And then, you know, with my brother's situation going on, I wouldn't have been able to make it anyway. But anyway, so I've been seeing video clips all over the internet, man. I grabbed a few, posted a couple earlier. I'm excited, man. If you haven't been caught up on day 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm pretty sure you can see it all over YouTube or whatever the case may be. I wasn't able to report on it, so we're going to start at day 5, one of the most important days, which is when the pads came on, and it was today. And we're going to start right off with the defensive line. From what I'm hearing and what I'm seeing, that defensive line, that defensive line that we spent all that money on this offseason by adding Javon Kinlaw, adding Eddie Goldman, adding Deatrick Wise, adding Jacob Martin, adding now Von Miller, all the names that we added to that defensive line, you expect for them to be able to stop the run. So far, with the pads being on today, that's what they've been doing. From what I'm hearing, the offensive line couldn't seem to get much push off the ball. Now, you know, in the running game, the offensive line got to be more dominant. You know what I'm saying? They got to be the physical beast to actually open up some lanes for whatever running back that's in there, whatever the case may be. Now, I will say this. Laremy Tunsil and a few vets had days off today. So with no Laremy Tunsil on the line today, that could have played a big part on the left side of the field. But all in all, they still struggle against the defensive line because the defensive line been hella aggressive. And, you know, we got bigger and stout up there this offseason along the defensive line. So, but, you know, they held their own or whatever the case may be. The vet days, like I said, I think it was Laremy Tunsil, Zach Ertz, I think Bobby Wagner, if I'm not mistaken. It was a few other vets that, you know, we got a whole lot of vets because we primarily the old team, the oldest in the league, should I say. But we was missing a lot of vets out there today, and I'm just speaking on Laremy Tunsil because I'm talking about the offensive line. The offensive line looked like they got a little more finesse going on. You got Brandon Coleman going up against Javon Kinlaw. He spoke on that today and how iron sharpen iron, and, you know, how Javon Kinlaw giving him looks that he need to go up against the likes of a Jalen Carter, because now coach is moving Brandon Coleman into the inside, and so he's going to be going up against people like that, like Jalen Carter, Dexter Lawrence out there in the Meadowlands. So he's going to need all of those reps he can get to get prepared to play guard this season. And we already know Sam Cosmi, he's on track to get back out there with the team But even though it's looking real good, he probably won't be ready to play until after the season start and they put him on the pup list, and they probably have him out a short-term IR for probably like the first 6 weeks or so. Granted, if I'm wrong, then that's cool. If he's fully healthy, we love to see him out there as well. But I don't think that's going to affect Brandon Coleman's spot at guard, because I don't think Allegretti will be getting the nod over Brandon Coleman. Hopefully that Brandon Coleman will ball out this offseason so that way he can solidify that position, that left side, or whatever the case may be. Also, Josh Conley Jr. out there looking good, man. He had a whole lot of reps out there. Your boy Laramie Tunsil raved about him this off season. He said he's one of his favorite, and them two got up during the off season and they got some work in just before training camp. So you expect for him to take those extra gems that Laramie Tunsil gave him and apply to his game. So he was out there holding the fort down today. He had got a pancake on Deatrick Wise. From what I'm saying, Deatrick Wise tried to get back there. He took him to the inside and he put him on the ground, gave him a pancake, and just showing the boy got a little bit of aggressiveness with him. He's a young cat, big young cat too, man. It's good to see him out there, man. But who I really want to talk about, man, I know I love the trenches, whatever the case may be. Shout out to all the people on the defensive line. Okay, Javon Kinlaw been very disruptive. Him, Deron Payne, and my guy, Jerzon Newton. I want to call him Johnny, but Jerzon Newton. He been very disruptive as well, along with Eddie Goldman and the rest of them. Showing they working together with a lot of cohesiveness along the defensive line. So I look forward. This might be one of our better defensive line that we had over the years, especially adding Von Miller. Now we got our pass rushing specialist to go on the edge. And then, Frankie Louisville going to be doing a whole lot of rushing. But as far as D-line go, I think we set right there. I think you believe it as well, just like I do. But like I said, who I want to talk about, although the offensive line wasn't getting any push, who was looking good? Ja'Cory Krosky-Murray. They say this boy look like he might be RB1 come November. Now they had I can't think of who it was. I think it was Scott Abrams. He did a little report, and he got some interviews of all the media team that was there. Quite a few of them, about maybe 6 of them, and they was just speaking on their standout players. And out of the 6, 4 of them said JCM. They talk about how Krosky-Murray, how he runs the ball. He's very shifty. He's patient, and he hit the hole like he's supposed to hit the hole, and that's a pause on that one. But they say he a dog out there, the way he run the ball, his patience, and he ain't afraid of contact. And you want that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying he's going to take B-Rob's position or whatever the case may be. I believe it when I see it, because, we love us some B-Rob. And B-Rob, when it comes to contact and aggressive ball carrier, that's my guy. You feel what I'm saying? But he's been looking good. They say he broke one up the seam today, and your boy Eddie Goldman was holding on to his jersey, and he was able to get him off him, get a couple more yards or whatever the case may be. Also, he did get smacked. He did get smacked by this next guy that I'm going to talk about that goes by the name of Tyler Owens. And I told you all, Tyler Owens, I gave you all a video of the 5 players that I'm looking forward to from year one that will contribute to the offense, to the team, period, this upcoming season. And Tyler Owens was one of those guys, along with Jordan McGee, Luke McCaffrey, Jerzon Newton, and Ben Sinnott. And so from the looks of it, Tyler Owens is looking to get more play time. They say the boy been playing slot, big nickel, safety, you name it. The boy has been all over the place, smacking people around, giving the whole offense straight shoulder. He ain't playing no games with these people. And I love to see it because he's primarily a special teams gunner. But at the same time, if we can get him on the field to play some defensive snaps in that secondary or at Buffalo nickel or whatever you want to call it, that would be a good look because he's a massive body, you know what I'm saying? I think he's like 6'2" or something like that. Long arms, big hitter, got good ball skills. If we can get him implemented into the defense, I would love to see that, man. Like I said, man, he laid that hit on JCM today. But the good thing about it, JCM wasn't fazed by the contact. You know what I'm saying? You need that. That's why I said JCM loves himself some contact. But what I will say overall is it's looking like this defense is definitely improved from last season. We couldn't even stop the run last year. We was bottom 3 in stopping the run, if I'm not mistaken. So now that we got this, I can't say highly paid because we didn't spend much money along the defensive line outside of Javon Kinlaw, the 3-year, $45 million deal. But we spent a pretty penny along the defensive line to bring in all these veterans, all this knowledge, all of these skill sets, to actually help stop the run and get to the passer. And like I said, with Von Miller, that answered your questions, answered my question as far as who's going to rush the passer when it's time to rush the passer. So the defense, like I said, they just on something. And if y'all ain't been paying attention, Mikey Sainristil been all over the place. He been picking balls off, whether it's Jayden Daniels, Marcus Mariota, you name it. Like, Sainristil finna have a big season. You know, he did great last year, especially when he went to the playoffs. I think he had one of your better rookie seasons. It just, he didn't get a lot of notoriety. He was like a diamond in the rough, and they just kept him. They ain't put no light on him last year. But they talk about the Quinyon Minshews, the Cooper Deans, Jadine, whatever you say his name is, but they forgot about Mikey Sainristil. And I know it's gonna be Frozone year this year. So y'all watch out. Speaking of which, on the defensive side, in the secondary, Trey Amos, man, everybody is raving about Trey Amos, man. They've been like that since day one. I've been talking about the boy swag since day one. But I wonder if it was going to stay that same way as we get closer and closer to training camp, and then once we put the pads on. It's only been one day. But from what I'm hearing, he's the type of cornerback that plays close to the wide receiver, but he's not very handsy. Like, he's not going to be the one that gets you a lot of penalties or holding penalties, and he's good with his anger, but he's always around the ball, and that's what you want as a cornerback. You want a corner that's going to always be around the ball, who can take the ball away at ease. And he picked I think JD5 off a couple days ago. So the kid looking like he got real promise, man. I wish that we could have got us a Trey Amos a couple seasons back, but everything happened for a reason, and this is the time that we got ourselves a Trey Amos. Also, Jordan McGee looking real good, man. The defense is going to be great, man. I told y'all Jordan McGee was going to be one of my faves this year. I think he's going to get a whole lot of reps on the defensive side. Also, as a special teams, he's going to get a lot of reps. I think he's going to contribute big time to the defense. So I look forward to seeing how Jordan McGee is implemented into the defense. And I'm looking forward to that, man. But I know we keep talking about defense, but at the end of the day, I'm always going to be with my boy JD5 in that offense. They still getting busy. They still getting friggity with it in the red zone. They scoring hella touchdowns in the red zone. The defense might be good for the first 90 yards. Matter of fact, because they do the kickoff, so we're going to say from the 30, okay? So the defense might be doing good for the first 60 yards, but when you get in that red zone, your boys – JD5 and them looking real good. Deebo Samuel looking like one of a kind, man. You can tell, man. You can tell the boy is hungry, dog. I love the fact that he's leading the way as the number one wide receiver. Although Terry McLaurin has not reached the deal yet, we still have some veterans out there that can lead the way. Luke McCaffrey balling, Jalen Lane, KJ Osborne, Noah Brown looking good. Man, listen, Ja'Cory Brooks looking good. Man, these undrafted wide receivers, they looking real good, bro. And to see Deebo out there hungry, being the leader that he is, I know we only had him for this one off season, but I feel like he's been with us for a couple seasons, and just for whatever reason, it looked like this is about to be the year that he about to take off, and I'm hoping that I'm right, because if he take off this year, he's going to get a nice contract next year. Maybe not a $30 million plus contract next year, because he's a little on the older side, just like Terry McLaurin, but we shall see, because the more money to come in, the more money they'll be able to dish out. So we shall see, but I'm looking forward to Deebo Samuels contributing to this offense in a mighty mighty way, because I know for a fact that Cliff Kingsbury is going to have Deebo Samuel looking real good this year. I look forward to it, man. Jalen Lane, though, man. And Jalen Lane, man, listen, Jalen Lane giving me that, I can't say Terry McLaurin effect just yet, because we don't play about Terry McLaurin. And I'm not saying he's Terry McLaurin, but the catches that he's making, if y'all remember back when Terry McLaurin, his first season, when we had Dwayne Haskins at quarterback and Case Keenum, the catches that Terry McLaurin was making gave us the vibe like, oh, Slim gonna be a dog, you know what I'm saying? Little homie gonna be a dog, you know. He was real aggressive. He talked this trash when he caught the ball, or whatever the case may be. And then now you look at Terry McLaurin right now, and you like, oh, we got us one. We been knew we had us one. It's just the league ain't know, but the league is on notice now that we got JD5 at quarterback. However, Jalen Lane, he's gonna be a big deal. I think he's gonna have a bigger role on this offense than Luke McCaffrey had last year on offense. I think he's going to have a bigger role on offense. He's going to contribute more to this offense in his first year than Luke McCaffrey did last year. Now, I think Luke McCaffrey is going to contribute this year as well and play a big role as well. Well, a good amount of reps, whatever the case may be. I like the way they make you got to earn your spot, but Jalen Lane won't only be a special teams kick returner, punt returner. We already know he got that hands down. But what I'm saying is that boy got speed, and the way he runs routes with aggression and patience, and he do it with technique, I think that he will contribute in a mighty way, man. So don't sleep on Jalen Lane, and you already know, man, your boy JD5 out there looking good as usual. I think, man, he's going to have a big year this year as well. I look forward to seeing him mature. Even though he's already very mature, but going from year one to year two, I look forward to seeing the growth over the off season and into the season and into the Super Bowl. I look forward to seeing how far he take us this year, because we only gonna go as far as JD5, man. So they built a supporting cast around him, and I look forward to seeing those guys help JD5 get busy and take us to the promised land where we trying to go, man. Other than that, man, hopefully we can get Terry McLaurin deal done. They are in contract talks now. You know, at first, before training camp started, they weren't even having no conversation. Terry went out there and he spoke on the situation, but now they've been having conversations, and Terry McLaurin said today it's just a day-by-day situation. So we just have to continue to be patient and understand that the deal is going to get done. Terry McLaurin ain't getting traded. He will get signed. I just don't know for how much, and that's the problem now. They trying to figure out for how much. But y'all stay tuned. They got one more practice this week, if I'm not mistaken, and then they head out to New England for the Patriots game. Let me see. When is that? Yeah, so it's next week. I'm sorry. So other than that, man, look forward to chopping it up with you all once they have another practice or whatever the case may be. That's going to do it for your boy. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn the bell notification on so that way I can keep you in the know with everything Commanders. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one, man. Y'all know how I do it, man. Before I go, man, left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. Long live Rico. I love you, bro. We're going to do this for you. Let's get it.